Hey loves, it's Britt, and in this video I'm going to talk about what it means to have your sun conjunct with someone's Venus in Synastry or vice versa. So this is a classic aspect of warmth and friendliness and attraction and mutual appreciation. It doesn't necessarily have to be sexual, although it can. But really, with this one, there is such a strong feeling of like warmth and goodwill towards each other that it can actually be really great in a friendship too. So, the Venus person really sees the Sun person as confident and pleasurable, because Venus is what we find pleasurable. It's what we value and how we express our love. So the Venus person can automatically see the Sun person as someone who is worthy of investing in, someone who is attractive and confident and outgoing. Like, even if the Sun person is actually a more retiring or shy sign, the Venus person sees the Sun person as like an authority of the realm of that sign. So you have to think, when you're looking at a conjunction in Synastry, that sign is a major theme of the interaction, right? So the Venus person sees the Sun person as like, yeah, the leader or the bright light in regards to the energy of that sign. So there can be a lot of mutual respect and appreciation with this aspect. And the Sun person can feel like the Venus person is like this thing of beauty, this like graceful, artistic, goddess or god, or like there is definitely an appreciation for the femininity of the Venus person. And so they both are really good for each other's egos with this aspect. There can be a lot of like very natural stroking of each other's egos, where with this aspect we're actually very similar in the realms of that sign. There can be, yeah, specifically the Venus person seeing the Sun person as like the ultimate like version of that sign, and really respecting them a lot, seeing them as like the leader. Or, you know, with men too, a man's Venus can really show his image of the lover and what he finds really sexy. So if the Venus person is a man, he can really feel like the Sun person is just the ultimate woman. But what can happen with this aspect is like the Sun person in general is like the leader here. So it could be also kind of intimidating, because like she's powerful, but she's exactly what he wants, like his image. So that could be really good for sexual attraction, physical attraction, and physical beauty appreciation. Now, the thing with Sun Venus aspects too is the Sun person too feels that the Venus person is exceptionally beautiful or gifted, socially, artistically, gracefully, in, you know, just being the energy of Venus, right? So the Sun person, if the Sun person is the man, they can really feel like the Venus person appreciates them for their like purpose and their mission. And so, and this can go both ways. Like it definitely can go both ways with this. Like, even if the Sun person is a woman, the Sun person can just in general feel like that their life goals, their mission, their basic thrust of energy and confidence is very appreciated, respected, even adored by the Venus person on some level. So this can be one of those connections where you really feel like you can be yourself. Another thing is like it musically or artistically or aesthetically, there can be a compatibility there. There can be a real sense that you've found your match. You've found someone who you can harmonize with. On those levels, but also on other levels as well. Like Venus represents our heart and what we love, and the Sun person is just the most outward expression of that we've found. Yeah, there can really be a feeling of like true love and finding the one. Like this is definitely a marriage indicator. It's quite strongly felt. There's not really too much that is negative about this aspect. Like, it's just kind of one of those classic compatibility indicators where you really boost each other up and you really increase each other's confidence and increase each other's enjoyment and pleasure in life. That's another thing about this aspect. It's very pleasurable. Like imagine you're with someone, even in a friendship or in any type of way, and you just really enjoy them. You know, you just like you could sit there all day with them and just talk, and like there's a lot of sensual pleasure in this aspect. So combined with some other romantic and sexual indicators in a relationship, this can really feel like you have found the one, and it can be very, very strong. But in itself, it doesn't show like you want to rip each other's clothes off, because it's like you're just getting so much pleasure out of the moment in being with them. So it would take other sexual aspects to add that element, because Sun and Venus are more like, it's more gentle. I mean, it's more like graceful. It's more just like appreciation of each other's beauty and each other's identity. And yeah, it can be a really creative bond too. It's a lot of good things about this connection. You can really feel like you are at your best with this person, and they see you in that way. That's the thing, is that you see each other in the best light possible. It's just kind of what happens when we have a Sun and Venus combination like this. The only thing that I guess could be negative about the Sun and Venus in a conjunction is, like, let's say someone has kind of an excessive Venus, right? Like they've got Venus conjunct Jupiter or something, or square Jupiter, or Sun is conjunct Jupiter or square Jupiter or whatever. They could be a little bit excessive together, right? Like that's what you can get with Sun Venus aspects on the negative, is like just a bit of indulgence, and too much of a good thing is never a good thing, right? Like, don't eat the second piece of cake. That's my only advice, because when you're with that person, you might want to. You might want to eat them because they're just so delicious. But no, it's there's not too much that could go wrong. That would be the only thing, is like indulgence. Maybe spending too much, drinking too much, eating too much, enjoying too much, which, sometimes you gotta get back to work. Although the Sun person is actually helped a lot by the Venus person as far as their life goals go and their purpose and their mission. But still, there can be a little bit of encouraging each other to indulge with this aspect, because it just feels so good. And yeah, the last thing I'll say, I think I already kind of said this, but like a big theme of this aspect is just the friendliness and the like ability to get along. When you have a strong Sun-Venus conjunction, it's very hard to not get along or hate that person. Like, I mean, you could, like, if it was square to Pluto or something, there could be some tension or some jealousy or whatever, but usually it's like when the Sun and Venus are conjunct, there's just a lot of good, positive energy towards each other. And artistic ability, beauty increasing, confidence increasing, love, plain and simple love. The Venus person sees the Sun person as like their absolute ideal, and the Sun person loves to be seen in this way and gains a lot of confidence in themselves and feels like they've met the most beautiful person ever too. So yeah, it's good. It's really good. I'd love to know your experience of this aspect. Was it like this? Was it not? Yeah, this one is a really fun one to see in the Synastry chart of any type of relationship. It's just like, I don't know if you guys can energetically feel it, but it's warm. It's a warmth aspect to have in a more gentle way than like Sun Mars is like a heat. It's like a whew, it's like hot, too hot at times. And Sun Venus is like just a comfortable warm bath, nice and warm, not too hot, just right. Okay. Thanks for watching, you guys. I'm doing your request. This was requested. Let me know what you'd like me to talk about in a video, and we'll talk soon.